Can you hear me? Nobody's here, so of course you can't. I did not schedule this. I tried to schedule it, but it didn't work. I'm on an island. I kayaked out here to make a video. And I'm going to make a video, but I thought I would go live too. So here I am. So if anybody wants to show up and say hi, I'll say hi back. I'm looking at the selfie camera here because I'm mobile. I am walking on these big rocks on this island. I hope I made this public. For a second I thought maybe I made it oh no, here we go. People are here. Hello, Mary Baker, Carnivore Coach Edens. Hello, how we doing? Just an impromptu live this morning. Angela's Faith. Hello, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, thought I kayaked out here to an island and thought let's go live. I came out here to make a video actually, and I'm going to, but I thought I did a test. I did a test out here on this island to see how good the internet was, and it's amazing. There's 75 megabits per second download, but over 50 upload. That's incredible. So, hey guys, how you doing? So yeah, so I thought that's plenty to go live. So I thought I'd go live. So here I am. This island is around 2 kilometers from my house. So it's not in that direction. The house is kind of back that way. But anyway, so yeah, it took me, I don't know, half hour to get here, 40 minutes or so. Who we got here? Say hi. I'm just going live with the YouTube app. Nature Photo Studios, California Nature and Attractions, A Simple Journey. Hi, Jessica. Hello from California. Hello, Jessica. Excuse my finger. I'm here. I have to. So yeah, I'm looking at the selfie camera so that I can see your chats, because I don't have my iPad with me. I don't have this on a tripod. I'm just standing here on a little island, a little remote island. Alan James, Violetta, how you doing? How you doing today? Angela says, I'm doing fantastic. Angela, how are you doing? In California. It's early there, isn't it? What time is it here? Here it's just afternoon, so I guess it's just after 8 in California. Wendy, I'm your neighbor in Tennessee. Oh, Mary said that to Wendy. Okay, I was going to say, I'm not close to Tennessee. Not at all. Been there. Montana living. Morning. Oh, California Nature has a question. This isn't really meant to be a Q&A, but let's see what you got. Since you're going live. Okay. Oh, it just disappeared. I have a question for you. Since I have been going live and getting 30,000 or 15,000 or 70,000 views, but I never get any money on my live. That's a ton of views. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know what you mean by getting money. Like, why? Are you Maybe you're not monetized. So I'd have to know a little bit more about what's going on. So there's a couple ways to get money, to earn money when you go live. One is, if you are monetized, then make sure you turn monetization on for your live stream after your live is over, so people watch it on the replay. I don't earn anything when I go live like this either, because I have monetization off. So it's probably got something to do with that. Great day to be outside, Mary says. Yes, it is. Brick Tours, how you doing? Angela's got the boat. So yes, Angela's a member, channel member. Welcome. Hello from Cape Breton. Nader? Cape Breton. That's pretty close. Neighbor. It's 10:05 in Texas. Yeah, Texas is Central Time, isn't it? That's 2 hours different from here. Chappie is here. How you doing, Chappie? After 12, interesting. It's just 11 EST. That's right, Mary. I am not in EST. I am in AST, which that time zone does not exist in the United States. Only us up here in Canada are fortunate to have that. I believe someplace in Brazil probably has AST as well. I'm further east than Boston. Okay, put it that way. Go as far east as you can in the US, so Boston, Maine, or whatever, and then go a little further east. That's where I am, Nova Scotia. And yeah, we have our own time zone. Call me Cubby from Arizona. How are you? Fitness with Barbara is here. Lots of people here. Wow, we're up over 50 people. So Mary says, oh, never heard that. I love Canadians. thank you very much. Didn't know that. There you go. See, I'm a wealth of information today. So, so yeah, behind me is St. Margaret's Bay. By the way, I apologize for the audio. I got halfway, no, more than halfway out here, and I realized I forgot to bring my DJI mic. So let this be, I guess, a test of just my iPhone. Okay, I'm using my iPhone on a selfie stick, no mic, and so you're probably going to hear a little bit of wind noise, a little bit of waves, probably. The waves kind of lapping the rocks there. Yeah, so apologies for that. Audio is cool. So Amy, yeah. Actually, I made a video one time on the dock, and I recorded it with my DJI mic, but I also had the iPhone recording it, and I ended up using the iPhone audio just because it picked up the extra things in the background, like the birds and the waves and stuff like that. Now, but there is a little bit of wind noise every once in a while. There's no dead cat I can put on my iPhone to help with that. Audio is good, like the sound. Awesome. Mic checking, sounds okay. Awesome. Even without the DJI. Yeah, maybe this is an ad why not to get the DJI. I am not sponsored, so I can say whatever I want. But no, I do love my DJI. It gives a richer sound. Yep, Brazil, Sao Paulo time is 1 hour ahead of EST. There you go. All right, I probably knew that back when the Olympics were there, because so your time zone, or not your, I don't know if you're in Brazil, but yeah, so Sao Paulo time is the same as what it is here in Halifax, or near Halifax. Farrier Trails, hey, how are you? Lisa Carlin is here. How you doing? 4 p.m. in the UK. Yes, so yeah, we're 4 hours behind. We here in Halifax, we're 4 hours ahead of, say, California and British Columbia, but 4 hours behind the UK, London. We're right between. Actually, I believe if we took a plane from here, it's quicker for us to get to London, England, than it is to get to the west coast of North America. We are closer to, well, plus the jet stream goes that way, so that helps, a little bit of a tailwind. Hello from San Miguel de Allende, Mexico. How's my Spanish? You guys hear that boat? Or can you see it? There's a boat way over there. I don't know if you can hear or see it. Picture is blurry. Is it really? Oh, maybe because I had the sun behind me. It's better now. I'm kind of lit up by the sun. Does that help? If you have the DJI kit, 2 mics. Oh, what's going on? 2 mics. Put one on you and set one down for ambient sound. Works really well when you edit them together. Yes, that's interesting, Chappie. I've actually talked about that in my live streams. I've never done it, but yeah, sure, that's a fantastic way to do it. And then you can mix the audio levels, right? You can just bring in as much of the ocean noise as you want, and you yourself can still be clear. But both of my mics are back in my office, in my house, which is a 40-minute kayak ride away. So I said, you know, screw it. I'm going to just, whatever. Actually, I turned around, said a couple of things to myself, maybe paddled 3 or 4 strokes, and said, no. Then turned back around again and kept coming to the island. Put back to the water again. All right, Wendy, here you go. There's the water behind me. I'm standing on a rock. I gotta be careful, just so you know what I'm standing on here. Just standing on a rock here. I gotta watch where my, footing. But yeah, no, it's a beautiful day. So what you're looking at is mostly towards the east, the other side of St. Margaret's Bay. Sound much better now. Okay, probably, yeah, the wind is coming from behind me, so I'm probably blocking the wind a little bit. Are you looking for a video editor? No, I am not. Stop asking me that. I get emails like that all the time. I don't want a video editor. I don't want a thumbnail designer. So if that's the only reason you're here, see ya. I try to tell other people it's really not that hard to, I mean, getting a video editor is not a bad idea once you get going. And if, you know, you're well established and you decide, you know what, I'm way too busy and I don't like video editing, then maybe you could look at offshooting it. But I happen to like editing my videos. I like the control. Yeah, I think it's something everybody should learn how to do. And then later, once you get going, you can offload it to somebody else if you want. Joe Walsh. Joe Walsh from the Eagles? Is that you? I have so many questions. I've committed and joined. I'm the guy who wants to start a channel about being on disability and still enjoying life. There you go. That sounds good. Sounds like you got lots you could talk about. Your weather looks better than mine. Raining here. Where are you, Lisa? Where are you? So yeah, no, the weather's nice here. I'm in my bathing suit and t-shirt, and it's. Let me extend that out a little bit so you can see a little more. So yeah, that's me standing on the rocks. Rocks on the island. Now, when I push my phone that far away, obviously the audio won't be as good because the mic is on the phone. But yeah, no, I'm gonna say it's. I think the high today is 25 Celsius. So if you're in the States, what is that? What's 25? I don't know. Mid to high 70s, I'm guessing. Fahrenheit. Let's see. I'm planning a long camping trip up there next summer. Can't wait. Poodle Professor. Awesome. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. Lisa, I did my first live on Wednesday. I have another plan for this week. I'm in the UK. I live near Liverpool, up north. Okay, very good. Cool. Joe Walsh from Connecticut, not too far from you, I think. Yeah, Connecticut would be, well, it's a 12-hour drive for me to get to Boston, all right? So Connecticut would be a little further than that. So I want to say 12, and then Boston to New York is like another 5 hours, right? So you got to go through Connecticut to get to New York. So yeah, probably 14 hours away from me, I guess. Super nice here. Just worked our local NASCAR race yesterday. Great weather here. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Brian 8, what's up? Where are you? I am in Nova Scotia, Canada. That is St. Margaret's Bay behind me. Yeah, so East Coast. I'm on the East Coast. I'm basically in the Atlantic Ocean. That is part of the Atlantic Ocean. So like if you look way out there, way back there, yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. Just go around that island there and then out. And I guess you'd be looking at Africa. In general, do lives do better than videos? I guess it depends. Here's the thing. Live streams I find do great. I mean, you have to kind of establish yourself. Like, if you decide to go live every week, same time, same day, every week, people will get used to that. And as long as you're bringing value to them and you're helping them out, they'll keep showing up, and then you will grow your live. But so I'm to the point now, though. So my regular lives on Tuesdays typically get between like 150 or more people showing up at one time. And by the end of the 2 or 3 hour live, there may be anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 views. And for the next few days, they continue to get views, right? Because I'm answering questions the whole time, helping people as much as I can. Now, the next week when I go live, that pretty much kills the previous week's live, right? Because now people want to, they want, you know, nobody has time to watch. I mean, I've got over 100 lives. On average, they're probably 2 hours long. So there's two times 100. I could do that in my head. 200 hours of live streaming material. Who's got time to watch all those? So typically people will just watch your latest. If you make a video that people really like, then that could get views for a long time, for many weeks, many months, many years, right? So I think videos have the potential to do better over time in terms of views, but live streams, what they're good for is building community, connecting with your audience. When your audience knows that you're showing up and helping them, they're more apt to stick around, subscribe, and watch some of your videos and come back and engage and all that good stuff. So there you go. Someone's Garden. Steve Brocky. Hey, Steve. And hey, Someone's Garden. Keith Craigo. Hello from the left coast. Love the backdrop. This is the, if you're the left coast, is this the best coast? Kidding. This is the East Coast. I feel like just being Canadian. You bring value. Emily. Welcome. People are welcome to come to Canada. Super cool beans, the Phoenix I am. Love story. It'll be close to 100 degrees here on the Texas Gulf Coast. Oh my God. So if I were there, I would go right to the Gulf Coast and I'd get in it and stay cool. But even that's probably warm water too, right? The hand-carved woodworking guy, gotta run. See ya. Thanks for popping in. Hey Rob, good morning. DG Outdoors channel. I've made a few new friends thanks to your live streams. Awesome, awesome. That is so cool. All right, let's see, what else we got? Steve is in his garden picking tatties. Potatoes. Okay, I've never heard of them called tatties. So you grow potatoes in your garden. That's pretty cool. That is cool, Steve. Joe Walsh, I just did a test video and tried to do some more editing with CapCut, beyond confusing. Any advice? I'm 55 and not tech savvy. My advice would be just pick a video editing software and just practice the heck out of it. It's going to take practice. CapCut, I think, is among the easier ones to learn, unfortunately, and you're having problems with that one. There are certainly more complicated ones, but you can try. You know, if you're frustrated with that one and you don't like it, you could try Camtasia, is the one I use. I love that. I think it's super easy for beginners to learn, but I also think CapCut is too. So, you know, you just have to spend some time with the editing. Start simple. Don't try to do anything too complicated, right? Like just don't worry about transitions and fancy this and that. Just, you know, start very simple. Just cut out any mistakes you have. Practice rendering a short video, right? See how long it takes, things like that. Can you see our camera on phone? Paul says, can you see our camera on phone? I can't see your camera. I'm looking at a picture. I'm looking at a video of myself. Or do you mean your? Did you miss the Y there? Can you see your camera on phone? No, I'm looking at my camera. It's my phone. I'm using my iPhone as my camera, and I'm using the selfie camera in this case. I'm using just the regular YouTube app. I'm not using Prism Live or any other app for this. I am just on my iPhone. Yes, Poodle Professor, just my iPhone. No mic, because I forgot my DJI mic back at the house, and that's a 2-kilometer kayak back home. So I just thought, screw it. I'll do this with just the iPhone mic. It's not that windy. I'm sure you probably hear some wind noise. You probably hear some water noise, like the ocean lapping on the rocks there. What beach are you at? I'm not at a beach. I'm on an island. I apologize if you guys are going to get dizzy here, but I am standing on a rock. Standing on a rock. This little island, which is attached to that slightly bigger island, but still, it's in the middle of St. Margaret's Bay. Which is the south coast of Nova Scotia. That is where I am. And this island is around 2 kilometers away from where I live. Do I have any kayaking advice? I've only did that once in Florida with 4 feet or 5 feet deep water, very clear. I don't know how to swim. So, okay then, my biggest piece of advice for you is wear a life jacket. If you don't know how to swim, a jacket will be a lifesaver. I know how to swim very well, but I still wear a life jacket. Just, you know, you never know if you fall over, if you fall out. I've never fallen out of the kayak, knock on wood. But if I ever did, and perhaps hit my head, right? That's why you wear a life jacket, even if you know how to swim. So, I used to be a sailing instructor, for those who don't know. Not kayak instructor, though. I just have a cheap lake kayak. It's not really designed for the ocean. It's just a little 10-footer. You can get it. Okay, I was going to say Canadian Tire, but if you're not in Canada, you don't know what Canadian Tire is. It's like a big box store, I guess. You can also get these kayaks at like Costco, right? They're just relatively cheap, but it does the trick. It floats. What about using an Android phone? I've never done that, Paul. But you can. You can absolutely. Oh, my boat must have gone by. Waves are getting bigger now. Boat going by there. I don't have an Android, so I can't really comment. But I know, you know, the YouTube app comes with an Android phone. Sorry, I said that wrong. You could put the YouTube app on an Android phone and live stream just like this, same way. Let's see. Barb's here. Hey, Barb. Beautiful day. Yeah, I agree. Canada rocks. Yeah, lots of rocks, lots of granite here, Barb. You'd be interested in that. you're prepping your kickoff video today. Awesome. Good luck with that. Rob, can you have 2 different niches on the same channel? You can, but your channel's not going to grow. So it all depends on what your goal is. If you want to grow your channel as quickly as possible, then stick to one niche, or put a better way, one specific audience. If you start putting videos up on a channel that has been talking to a specific audience and the new videos are about something totally different, then the video won't do well, because YouTube won't know who to, they'll send it to the original people, and the new people won't be interested, and yeah, it won't do well. But you can do whatever you want on YouTube. It all depends on what your goal is. If your goal is it's just a hobby and it's a place where you want to put your videos and have them live, then by all means do whatever you want, because then it doesn't matter. YouTube is a great thing for a hobby. All right, Graciela is here. Graciela, I do, but poor viewers. Haha, I love where you are. Lucky, lucky blue, amazing water, and of winter in Melbourne, Australia. Can't wait to drive into water, ocean, river, lake. That's ocean behind me, Atlantic Ocean. And yeah, that's right. It'd be winter in Australia where you are, but we're coming towards the end of our summer. It's, well, I guess it's September everywhere, isn't it? Yeah, so we're, the days are getting a little shorter here, but still nice enough to go for a kayak. All right. Mic in retirement. My DJI 3 mics arrived today, downsizing my YouTube hardware. Awesome, Mike. Have fun with those. They look like fun. So anyways, yeah, just to bring you up to speed, guys, I came out for a kayak today, so I'm at an island. Okay, the wind noise might get a little louder here. I'm just going to turn around a little bit so you can actually see me better, because the sun is on this side. That is a little island behind me. Okay, a few trees on it, not many. And my kayak is over there. I don't know if you can see it, the red one, kind of halfway between these 2 islands. I better go back to it before the tide comes up much more. But anyways, yeah, I kayaked out here to make a video. I thought, or when I got here, I did a little test of the reception, cell phone reception, and it's amazing. So I thought, wow, that's even better than my house. I can go live here. So hey, let's go live. What kind of mic do you usually use? The fuzzy one. So I usually use the DJI mic. The one, like the original, is the one I have. They've released the 2. The 2 is already probably 2 years old. And then the 3 has just come out. So those are upgraded versions of what I have. But I just use the 1. I think it's fine. If you want to save a little bit of money, it's cheaper to get the 1. I think the audio quality on all of them are very, very similar, if not the same. But some slight improvements, like from the 1 to the 2, instead of getting 15 hours of battery life, you get 16. So to me, 15 is more than enough. You know, if I have 2 or 3 hours, that's all I need. The other thing that the 2 does that the 1 doesn't is it has 32-bit float. So in other words, what that means, I've never needed it, but if I ever recorded my audio and it was set too high, the gain, and there was clipping, right, like distortion, you can fix that in the DJI 2 in editing. So I can't with the DJI 1. Instead, I know where to put the mic on me. It's usually down here, like right around there, about 4 or 5 inches below my collar, and sounds just fine. What else? I think those are the only differences between the 1 and the 2. The 3, I want to say maybe the battery is slightly better again. Besides that, I don't know. I'll have to look into that, what it is, but I'm sure it's wonderful. Graciela, I love how you speak. Thank you. That's awesome. I'm glad you do. I bet you win all the arguments with your wife and children. I don't win that many arguments. No, I'm pretty easygoing. The boat out there. I don't like to argue. How's that? This is pro tip from Hollywood. Upgrade your gear as you need it, not because the gear came out. Yep, that's great, Emily. Great advice. Great advice. And you really don't need that much gear. I'm just going to go for a little walk over here on these rocks. The wind noise is probably worse over here a bit. Just so you can see where I'm going. Just come over here to this side of the island, a little sunnier here. Let's lean up against this rock maybe. All right. So how's everybody doing? Same here, no arguments ever. I buy wool and start a new knitting project. Very good. Life with Wanda. Hi, Mr. Rob. How you doing? Mrs. Wanda. Making my way through your live streaming course. Looking forward to Thursday meetup. Awesome, Barb. Yeah, if you have any questions about that, just let me know. Let me know. And also, if there's anything you think should be added to that course, you're in the kind of the pre-launch phase, right? So just let me know. I'm going to be adding more videos based on what you guys want me to add. Missy Portman is here. Hi, Rob. Always enjoy your videos. I have 11 subs, uploading 2 videos a week while doing my 40-hour work week job, plus taking 2 online YouTube courses. Wow. Isn't it wise to get credibility first months? No, I wouldn't worry about credibility. Well, I mean, you know, make your videos as I guess I don't know what you mean by credibility. In whatever you're talking about, you know, you want to talk, what am I trying to say? You don't want to lose credibility, but I don't know how you would do that. You want to know what you're talking about, and if there's something that you're talking about that you don't know everything about, like own that. Like make sure you tell people, yeah, I don't know. Like if somebody asks you a question, you don't know the answer, just say that. And yeah, you want to do that, not necessarily just in the beginning, but all the time, right? I look at the beginning of a channel as the time when you're just practicing making videos. So I wouldn't worry too much about, you know, all the things that creators worry about. Really, I wouldn't worry about anything other than making videos and trying to get better at making videos. Your first 20 videos that you're going to make are just for you. They're not for anybody else other than you. You hope you're going to get some views, sure, but in all likelihood you won't get that many, and in all likelihood your first videos won't be that good, and that's okay. My first videos were horrible and they're still on my channel. It's okay. Upload them, even if they're bad. If anything, uploading a bad video as your first video to your channel, you're just gonna look at that, and every time you see it, you're gonna go, that was horrible. But you're gonna know why it's horrible, and you're gonna work at fixing those things in your next videos. So that's why I think it's super important to leave bad videos on your channel, especially in the beginning. A boat must have gone by because there's waves coming in. All right, where are you going? There's a bee. Get away. There's a bee near me, and he's thinking, who are you? You're okay. It's getting loud now. You guys hear that? That's what happens when a boat goes by. Belgium is here. Hello, Rob and everyone. Hey, Chris, how you doing? My live was showing everyone how to make gnocchi today, Italian pasta. Is it gnocchi or nochi? Is the G silent? I don't even know what that is. I'm not much of a foodie, so DG Outdoors, thanks man for the kind words. Not a problem. That Belgian guy, I hear the algorithm is changing a lot of big YouTubers complaining about their views going down. Did you hear anything about that? I'm a tiny channel, not getting impressions for 25 hours now. Yeah, there's a lot of, that kind of is a bit of a trendy video right now. YouTube is changing. I just made one. I just made a video about that. The fact that YouTube is changing, and the angle I took, like everybody takes a different angle. The angle I took is that what works today is different than what worked 5 years ago, basically, right? Clickbait stuff doesn't work anymore. Tricking the audience to watch all the way to the end. Actually, I should have put that in the video. I didn't. But you know how if you watch a video, usually more older videos or current videos made by new creators who think that's how you make a video. If you say, for example, I've got 10 tips to share with you today on this topic, be sure to stick around, and because number 9 is the best, or something like that, some kind of trickery like that to try to trick people into watching the whole video. That does not work. Does not work. If anything, people might try to skip and try to find where your number 9 is. And if you put chapters in your description, they're going to know exactly where it is, so they'll just skip to that. No, just give value all the way through. And that might sound like a hard thing to do. If you say, well, I don't have 10 minutes of stuff to talk about that's valuable. Well, then don't talk for 10 minutes. If you only have 5 minutes of stuff to share it in 5 minutes, or 4 minutes is even better, right? Like deliver constant value, and that is what's going to keep people watching. So anyway, I went on a tangent there. That is my take on what's different. The algorithm could be changing all the time. Nobody knows, right? The algorithm is something they're constantly adding. It's not like, boom, we're making a big change. I mean, I guess sometimes maybe they would do that, but for the most part, it's not the algorithm. It's not the algorithm that changes. It's the people who watch YouTube videos that change. Okay, their viewing habits change. And therefore, the programs that have been built to try to understand viewer habits, which is basically the algorithm, those programs, if new data is coming into these programs, new data meaning the viewers are acting differently, like maybe they're watching on TV more, maybe they're watching on TV more than on computers now, or maybe they're watching more vertical videos than horizontal. Whatever the change in viewer habit is, that is going to affect how the algorithm responds and how much videos are pushed out. So, someone's out in a jet ski out there. So, yeah, I can see if an experienced YouTuber has built their channel based on some information, what am I trying to say? Let's say somebody built their channel on, I'm trying to think of an example and I can't because there's a lot of people around here now. What's everybody doing around here? Everybody's waking up. I'm trying to think of a good example to give you. If viewer habits change, which they have been, like the TV thing, more people are watching videos on TV now, or on a mobile phone than on a computer. I think computer, for the most part now, is number 3 on my list. Like most of my videos are watched on mobile phone first, then TV, then computer, even though I do most of my watching on a computer. Right, so that's something that changes over time. If you have built a channel based on, people watching your videos on a computer, but now all of a sudden people are watching on a TV, and maybe your videos aren't going to do as well anymore because you make the type of videos that just aren't best watched on a TV. Okay, so that's not a change the algorithm made. That's a change that people made by just changing what they watch. The fact that people don't, someone's picking up a mooring over there. The fact that people don't respond to trickery as much anymore. Like if someone tries to trick them to watch all the way through the video. The fact that people don't fall for that anymore means that those types of videos aren't going to work as well as they used to. Okay, so again, the algorithm didn't change. It's the way people act and respond to these videos is what's changed. So anyway, hope that helps. The industry is coming to YouTube. So if you focus on YouTube, you are getting ahead of the film and TV industry. Interesting. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. I watch on a computer. Most people watch my videos mostly on TV by far. Looking good, Rob. Love that view. Thank you. I'm on an island, for those of you who just joined. I kayaked out here. It's about a 2-kilometer or mile-and-a-half kayak from my house. Whoa. Okay, and I got to navigate these rocks. It's they're they can be treacherous. I got to watch where I'm walking. And if I fall here and break an ankle, I've got to get myself off this island, so I'm going to be careful. I'm still going to have to kayak. Okay, the tide's coming up. I want to make sure my kayak doesn't float away too. Give me a second, just walking back here. Well, the other people on the island are leaving. All right, so what else we got here? So yeah, I came out to this island to make a video, and the cell reception was so good, I thought, why don't we go live first? All right. Graciela, super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate your generosity. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. You'll need a coffee after this walk, Rob. Love to all from Australia. People, be yourselves. That's always a winner. Great advice. Thank you, Graciela. I appreciate that. Is it okay though if I get a flavored water instead of coffee because I don't like coffee? Is that all right? I'm sure that's fine. Give the viewers a peek into your life and be real, and the viewers and subs will come in. Absolutely. Like, a lot of people spend too much time trying to be like somebody else, trying to be who they think they need to be in order to be successful on YouTube. And that's not the way to do it at all. Because if you do that, let's say you are successful doing that for a couple of videos. Well, then people are going to expect that all the time, right? Isn't it easier to just be yourself? Right? That is something you could replicate easily, video after video. So just be yourself. And then, you know, maybe, okay, let's say you're not as entertaining as the somebody you think you need to try to be. That may be, so maybe your channel won't grow as fast. Maybe just don't rely on entertainment. Like, rely on helping people. That'll help. But regardless, your channel will grow because you will naturally attract the right people. The people who are attracted to you and your message the way you are. So just be yourself. You will organically attract the right people as long as you're providing value in your videos. You got to provide value in your videos. You can't just make a video. Typically, you can't just make a video about whatever you want, not say anything in the video, and just show people scenery. Like, a lot of people try to do that. Oh, I'm going to go for a drive to wherever. It's a beautiful place. I'm just going to show people that place, and I want to get rich on YouTube. That doesn't work. I mean, those types of videos are a dime a dozen. You got to stand out somehow. Make your videos different somehow. Add value. Talk. Like, say something. Why are you going there? What are your challenges in getting there? Right? Like, just something. There's got to be something. Or, you know, I don't consider myself entertaining, so therefore I rely on, or I try to go the education route. Like, I try to, or route here in Canada, route anywhere else. I try to go that way and help people, and that's how I'm trying to add value. Not by entertaining, not by dancing, right? I did that once. I'm not going to do it. Never say never, but it's not going to be the norm. Robert Langley, hello, how you doing? I just started my channel a month ago with a teleprompter, and because of your advice, I'm working on breaking free. Well done. Well done, Robert. Good luck with that. Have fun. Emily, I don't know, Rob sets the bar really high. I'm having trouble with the Canadian accent. Oh, I'm sure you can understand it. It's not that much different than, well, I suppose it is. You are your own brand. Yes, Missy, absolutely. Hi, Rob. Rose here in South Africa. Hey, Rose, how are you? It's a wealthy life. I just read letters from my kids. People like stuff like that. Great. Hey, if that's working for you, keep delivering what they want, what your viewers want. Yes, I was going to say water and lemon. Yeah, yes, that sounds refreshing. Yes. Yeah, that sounds great. Emily, I was honest about being a 46-year-old broke filmmaker rebuilding my life at my parents' house. It's embarrassing, but it is what it is, and I'm doing it on YouTube. Video did well. People was raw. 100%. Like, you can't be the only 46-year-old or 40-something filmmaker that, you know, isn't quite where you want to be in your career, you know, struggling. You're not the only one. So think about yourself maybe a year ago. I don't know, like, if you're going through something now, document it and share it, because other people are going through similar things. Some worse, some better, some haven't quite gone through it yet, but they're about to. Okay, like, maybe if you document going through it now and then you come out on the other end, say a year from now or whatever, I'm just throwing numbers out there, right? Now you're going to have a library of videos documenting how to overcome the struggles you had to overcome. And somebody who maybe just loses their film industry job, you know, they would probably love to see your videos. Like, how did you get through this? Because I'm going to have to move home with my parents too, and oh, that was hard. Like, I can't, that's going to be hard. Like, how did you get through that? Make videos about it. Absolutely. And no, and what, I forget who said it, but somebody said, I think it might have been Barb, absolutely don't be embarrassed. I mean, no, that doesn't, I mean, also remember, the people you're making videos for are strangers. For the most part, they're strangers. I mean, you can get to know them, but nothing to be embarrassed about. I mean, we've all got things we can be embarrassed about, but try not to let that bother you. Life's too short. Rob question, Missy, do you think a couple shorts are like a welcome mat to your channel? Putting out a short or two per week, thoughts? So there's a funny thing about shorts. Lots of people have opinions about shorts. I'm gonna walk over here. So come walk with me. And let's talk about shorts. Before the tide comes up and forces me off this island. These rocks are huge, some of them. Sorry, it's hard to walk and not trip on these rocks at the same time. Come back to the kayak. Okay, there's a boat over there. There's a boat sailing there. Here's my kayak I'm walking to. Let's come over here. I'm moving to the beach, the beachy area, because there were people here, but they've left. So I got it back. I'm just going to grab my water. Nice sandy beach here. All right, it's a place to sit. Anyway, shorts. We're talking about shorts. A lot of people have opinions about shorts, and mine is different. I've been seeing a lot of videos out there where people say, get shorts off your channel if you're focusing on long form because they're only hurting your channel. I don't necessarily believe that. It may hurt some people's channels, but it may not hurt everybody's channels. That's the thing you have to remember. Everybody's channel is different, and everybody's channel will respond differently based on your audience, okay? At one point I thought, you know, there might be some truth to that. Like, if you get a bunch of subscribers through shorts, but you're trying to grow a long form video channel, well then when you come out with long form videos, maybe the people who subscribe through shorts aren't going to watch that. So, you know, not all of your subscribers are going to be interested in that video, so the video might not do as well. My answer to that is, I believe YouTube knows what people want to watch. YouTube knows what videos they subscribe to get into your channel. YouTube knows which ones of your audience prefer shorts to longs. I wouldn't even worry about that. I wouldn't let that cause you to stop making shorts. Now, you did mention about shorts, using shorts as a welcome mat into your channel. I think you can do that, sure. Here's my take though. I think you need to decide, or people should decide, what you prefer to make, shorts or longs. Before you make that decision, decide what your goals are. What is your goal of the channel? Are you trying to turn this into a business that makes you money? Or do you want to grow it fast? If that's what your plan is, and I'm going down this road because in my last live stream, or 2 live streams ago, I did a poll and I asked people, why are you doing YouTube? That's the #1 reason people who are watching my channel say it's to make money. Okay, so if that is your goal, then you want to grow your channel fast, all right? If you want to grow your channel fast, my suggestion is not to try to get good at long form videos and shorts, right? Pick one. Pick one that you think you can have more success with and that you enjoy making, and focus on that. So for me, I've focused on long form. I believe it's easier to make money and to grow a business through long form than it is through shorts. Right, long form, when you're monetized, you can make anywhere from, I don't know, $3 to $10 per 1,000 views through long form. I think I typically shake out around $7, okay, per 1,000 views. With shorts, it's not $7, it's like 7 cents. Okay, it's like 1/100th of what you would make. So in other words, you need millions and millions of views through shorts to make any kind of money at all. So knowing that, and knowing, I mean, when I put a short out, I might get, a good one will get, 1,500, 2,000 views. Most of them get in the hundreds, which sounds like a lot. Oh, 100 views. Well, it's not. 100 views is like 2 views of a long form, okay? It happens pretty easily, and it doesn't make any money. So that said, I'm not crapping all over the shorts game. If you prefer shorts, and if that's what you want to get better at, and say if you're entertaining, I think shorts is a good way to grow a channel. But for me, it's long. So make that decision, right? Shorts or longs, and then if you decide longs it is, like I have, you may also decide, well, but I want to do a short every once in a while. Well, then go for it, right? Why not? I have, but I can tell you that I don't put any time in them. I will use something like Opus Clip to just, automatically clip out interesting parts of my long form videos, and I'll post them as shorts. Okay, and that's the only effort I put in. I mean, I recently did do a short. It was basically the intro of that dancing video I did. So I thought that was kind of cool, that intro. I liked it. So I'm going to put that in as a short. So I did. So that didn't take me that long, though. All I had to do was chop off the last, it was a 24-minute video, so I chopped off the last 23 minutes and then resized it for vertical. So that's really all I had to do. Didn't put any effort into it. It probably took me 10 minutes. So anyway, there's my spiel on shorts. Whatever you think. But I would caution you on listening to people that say definitely one way or the other, shorts are hurting your channel, shorts help your channel. Like, you have to figure that out for yourself, what works on your channel. All right, let me get back into the chat here. Great advice. I'm focusing on long forms. vidIQ makes shorts in about 10 minutes, so I don't have to do a thing. There you go. Perfect. YouTube algorithm loves repurposed shorts for your long video. It makes indexing easy. That's not me. That comes from YouTube. Okay, but again, I would be careful, Emily. That may not be the case for everybody. It might not be, but it might be. We don't know. Like, we don't. we don't. That's the thing. Like, even vidIQ doesn't have all the answers. They have a lot of knowledge that they've gained over the years. But again, viewers' habits are changing all the time. So what works last week may not work next week. A viral video is a perfect example of that. If a video goes viral and gets 100,000 views in a week and then flatlines, because maybe whatever that topic was trendy, and then maybe it's not trendy anymore. So, or maybe that video did well on, I don't know, on a TV. And or on a computer, and now people are watching on TV. I don't know. I think I've kind of beaten that one to death. 91. Oh, hey, Nicola, how you doing? Good to see you. 91 of us. Can we kindly like this live? I appreciate that, Nicola. Thank you very much. Yeah, wow, 92 people. I didn't expect this. Yeah, I came out to this island. See, I kayaked. There's my kayak, and I kayaked to this island. Here, I'll give you a long selfie stick view of what's going on. I have to change this. I got a long selfie stick on. So there's me on a beach on this island. I've kayaked out to. You probably can't hear me because the phone is quite far away from me now. Bunch of boats sailing in the background. I came out here to make a video. And I'm going to make a video, but I decided to go live because the internet connection out here, the selfie towers are awesome. The reception, that's what I mean. The reception is awesome here. So, Emily says, same thing in Hollywood. Game of Thrones will never do well. Naked Dragon Show, said one HBO exec. LOL, they should have listened to Rob. Yeah, they should have listened to me. I was late to the Game of Thrones thing. My daughter got me into that, and then I watched it. But probably, I don't know, 5 years after it was current. Yeah, people don't know. People don't know, but not, yeah, you gotta be careful. See, the thing is, I don't like the term guru either. And I've talked about this before, but if you didn't hear me say it, you can hear me now. I hate the term guru. I'm not a guru. Guru implies somebody knows everything about something. I don't think there's anybody who knows everything about YouTube. Probably even the people that work at YouTube, right? Like, you don't know, because all you're doing is you're trying to make videos that people will watch. YouTube has created rules in the algorithm, but how those rules get applied is totally dependent on viewer behaviors. So when people go watch a video or not, when they watch it from a phone, when they watch it from a TV, when they prefer watching outdoor videos, when they, viewer behaviors change. And the older YouTube gets, the more people get used to YouTube. Well, here's another thing. 10 years ago, older people weren't on YouTube as much as they are now, okay? And don't be offended by older. I count myself in that group. I'm older. But my point is, last summer, there was that was a trendy thing to talk about, YouTube over 40. Okay, I made videos on that, and I had videos that did really well on that. That was a trendy thing because people over 40, over 50, 60, 70, 80 even. I had a coaching call with somebody who was 87 last week, just starting her YouTube channel. So, these things, 10 years ago, the older people weren't on YouTube, okay? Now they are, and now they're coming onto YouTube. Within the last year, I feel like, they've been flocking to YouTube, and so people make more content for them, okay? Not for everybody else. Like, people who are in their 20s probably don't want to watch that content, right? But people in their 40s, 50s, 60s do. Let's see. Nova Scotia has 2 World UNESCO Heritage Sites. It's a beautiful province. Hope I got that right. World UNESCO Heritage Sites. I'm trying to think what they would be. One would be, I think, Lunenburg. The town of Lunenburg the whole town is UNESCO Heritage Area, I think. And that's about an hour away from me. What else would be? I don't know. Maybe Louisburg or Louisburg up in Cape Breton. I'm not sure. All right. Older people 10 years ago weren't older and matched. Yeah, 10 years ago they were 10 years younger, weren't they? Let me see. Question: what do you think would work better for a live? Good connection given, outside or inside? Adventure with me. How you doing, Adventure? Good to see you. So outside or indoors? I guess it depends what you're talking about. I feel like, it depends on what your live is going to be. If you're just going to be talking, I prefer outdoors. If I move around like this thing, the scenery changes, and I feel like viewers think that's interesting. Although I have been getting some comments lately. The last video I made, a couple people said, you're moving around too much, I'm getting dizzy. So that's interesting to me. And I'll try not to do that as much. I've already done it today, though. That's a hard thing to think about. But I think for the most part, most of the comments I get, people like to see where I'm at, especially if it looks a lot different than where they're from. So there's that. But if you need to be sharing your screen in your live stream, which I do on Tuesdays, I need to do that indoors. Pretty much all my live streams on Tuesdays are indoors. I've done it outside a couple times, but for the most part, if I want to share my screen or be able to press the super chat button, stuff like that. I apologize for, when you left that super chat, I could not activate the boat or whatever. I can only do that from my Stream Deck in my office. So yeah, depending on what you want, what your content is about, and the information you want to share would dictate. Was that move slowly? Don't go so fast. Mary says, yes. Yeah, I've been told. We're not older, we're more seasoned. That's a great way to look at it. That is a great way to look at it. Hey, I'm 56, and I'm not slowing down. I don't want to. I got to keep staying active because I want to stay active right through my 80s and 90s. Rob, question: thoughts on adding live stream guests during travel videos? Yeah, go for it. Whatever you're thinking of doing, I am up for trying things new. Okay, I've added guests to my live streams, and I think overall, like, regular viewers love that. Like, especially if those guests add value. That's the way to think about it. If you just add a guest for no reason, then that might not go over well, right? If you're doing a live stream, people are probably there for you. So, but if you bring on a guest that can add to whatever information you're providing, that'd be a good thing. Then you're bringing somebody on to help your viewers. I think that'd be a great thing. Hello, Jacqueline, how you doing? Nicola, 54 and not slowing down for sure. Keep going, Nicola, keep going. 55 and a half here. You're half a year behind me. 56, can I call you Junior? You absolutely can call me Junior. Call me whatever you want. I won't be offended. I'm not very easily offended. Okay, I answered that. Is that a salt and pepper song? Seasoned. I don't know. I don't know salt and pepper. I mean, I know who they are. Isn't it Peppa? I don't know. That's their group from the 90s, aren't they? Move slowly. Yeah, I'm doing my best. I'm not moving right now. All right. You're making me want to travel, Barbara. All right, let's go to the current. Did you see 91-year-old doing YouTube? I don't think I have. I remember last year sometime somebody was in their 90s that commented on one of my videos. But I've talked to several in their 80s. Okay, TZ, how you doing? Happy Sunday, glad I caught you live. Yes, happy Sunday to you too. So those who are just joining, I am standing on an island in the middle of St. Margaret's Bay, Nova Scotia, Canada. I kayaked to this island. I'll try to move slowly. I'm standing on a kind of a rocky beach. There's my kayak. There's part of the island. And I'll just keep spinning. I'll just go right around. Now I'm facing east. It's like two islands in one with a little sandbar or rock bar in them. So that's the other part, and that's another island behind that. So that's where I'm at. I kayaked out here. It's about 2-kilometer boat ride or kayak ride from my house. And I came out here to make a video, which I will. Best way to avoid burnout. Awesome. Best way to avoid burnout. You know what? That's at the top of my mind right now because that's the video I'm going to make today. Because I'm starting to feel a little bit of that. And I forget exactly how, I mean, it's 40 minutes to kayak out here. I had it kind of all top of my head. Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. And so I'm going to have to take a few minutes to remind myself what I'm going to say. But I want to talk about, it is important. You just got to watch, you got to listen to your body. You got to listen to yourself. Be mindful, of your family, and don't over deliver. Well, if you're trying to grow a business, they say, well, if you keep over delivering, that's how you grow a business. And I suppose, but you got to watch your health too, right? So burnout is a real thing. It is a real thing. We go through stages. When I say we, anybody who is creating for YouTube, you go through stages. And anyways, I'm going to get into that in the video that I'll put out Monday. That's tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm going to film it out here. I'll edit it when I get home. What time is it? I don't want to miss the football game either. Oh crap, that's an hour from now. I might miss the beginning of that. And I'll put it out tomorrow morning. That's the plan. Hey Rob, are you scared of sharks? Well, if I was in the water with one, I'd be scared, yes. but I mean, a shark's not going to get me where I'm standing right now. So I'm not at the moment scared of sharks. But no, I swim here all the time. It's not, I mean, and there are the odd, I mean, not often, but there have been sightings up here of sharks, but they generally don't. Sharks don't want me. They want seals. They want fish. Don't believe those movies like Jaws and stuff. That's not how it happens. We never know when a video takes off sometimes, Rob. One video which had only 200 views over 2 months ago suddenly took off and has 1,800 these days. Yeah, you're right, Nicola. You don't ever know. How fast does it take you to film, shoot, and edit uploads? The last video I made was Friday. I went outside Friday morning, filmed it, came back, edited it, and had it published by 11 in the morning. So that was, what, 3 hours, I think, from idea to uploaded and done. That was 3 hours. So, some others, the one where I was, spent a lot more time in the intro and the dancing one on the side of the hill, that one took me a day and a half. Okay, so that took me a little longer. All right. You know what, guys? I'm gonna have to go because I want to make this video. So you reminded me about the burnout thing. I want to talk about that, and it's coming back to me. So I need to stop this live so I can make that video and look for that tomorrow morning. But anyways, this was a test. I just wanted to say hi and hope everybody has a yes. Football calls. I'm not gonna make it because I'm gonna be out here another half an hour filming, and yeah, it's all right. They don't need me to watch. They can still win without me watching. All right, so guys, thank you for stopping in. It was great to see you, and enjoy your Sunday. And I hope to see you in a video tomorrow. If not, live stream on Sunday. Not Sunday, Tuesday. Tuesday's live stream. All right, guys. Cheers. Have a great day. Bye. How do I stop this? X.